Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Thank you. I think we had some small difficulties on the YouTube. Is changing the link of the broadcast from day to day. So I was used to just having the same server for the broadcast. So the couple of times. So when I post a link and then they change it, then I have to re-update it. So just let's wait a couple of minutes on here. I'm sure a few of you have been able to find that. Hey, Mr. Greg, could you confirm that you can hear me before I start? I get going here. Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. All right. So let's give it just literally a couple of minutes, and we will start at some 8:50 Eastern. Hey, Mr. Mark. Sorry, I do not really study the broad market that much. It doesn't impact the way that I trade. So I will be the last person to give you any type of indication what the Dow Jones will be doing or will not be doing. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get going. I think we have enough. Welcome everybody. Today is Friday, August the 7th, 2020. This is pre-market analysis on successful trading. So what we do on here, we take the time to uh, just focus on the methodology that we trade. For those who are new to the channel, we trade a system that I've created and that focus on a specific set of stocks. So, and those stocks, for the most part, they can move without the broader market moving. We have numerous examples of that. This week has been a quite a ride for us. I can tell you that, but I don't know, not that that's a measure of anything, but the so-called 10 baggers, we have had, at least as I can count of as of now, four of them. So yesterday was a day where we had a lot of people who for the first time they had a 10 bagger since I've been with us. We have only been around folks since May the 25th, so it's not as if it's a live thing on here. But then I want to first of all congratulate everybody who got the 10 bagger yesterday. Well, everybody who recorded win yesterday, 10 baggers not, but more importantly, the 10 bagger. Fantastic. But I want you to take the time over this weekend, especially today, because we know um, the Friday can be, we'll have quite time on there. Maybe not, but whenever, make it a point for you to actually critique your 10 bagger yesterday. Yeah. Ask yourself, could you have done better? Because yeah, a 10 bagger is a fantastic achievement. I absolutely want you to celebrate. Tell your family, tell your close friends of your achievement, but ask yourself, what did you learn yesterday about that 10 bagger, right? If you have been trading with us, I don't know how many, because the people who were here initially, I don't see them that much these days. Yeah. So nobody of the people that, let's say, the direct audience here that I can tell of has been here for more than a month, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe some of you are approaching just a month. So, hence, for me, if I give you the history that you have been sharing, this is week 11, yeah? And every single week there has been at least one 10 bagger. Really take the time this weekend to ask yourself, wow, if there is at least one 10 bagger, how many of those 10 baggers we have had, if we count this week, 24 10 baggers? Yeah? How many of them have you gotten during your timeline on here? It's not the end game is not the same 10 baggers, folks, because that, but I'm using the 10 bagger. You need to understand this clearly, folks. Yeah. What can you do to generate consistency into your trading? Yeah. The 10 bagger are just a byproduct of that consistency. If you are getting consistent profit week in and week out, you're going to find yourself in trades that are 10 baggers. So now you got a 10 bagger yesterday, fantastic. And now what? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Let me give you this stat. The biggest loss usually comes after the biggest win, because our brain as human, we get into this state either, oh, I've only been here a week, I'm already getting a 10 bagger. This is easy. Ask your fellow traders who have been here, let's say, in early June of the like, what happened after the first week when they made that 10 bagger? What happened the week after? Yeah. So do not, I'm trying to prevent you, most of you, if not everybody, from next Friday looking around and saying, oh my goodness, yeah, after that 10 bagger, I can, that's my job. I can help you with that. I can help warn you to say, hey, be mindful of that. So meaning the discipline, that's all of those things that you may have been hearing if you come to the coaching or anything, that's when you need to really, really apply them. The list of alerts for next week is out, my friend. I have to take a lot of alert out. Yeah. If it's of any indication, next week's going to be even crazier. Yeah. So imagine yourself, those of us who overtrade. Yeah. How many trade will you be taking out of that watch list? Because I think there is a taste on there for every one of you, because every one of you have a favorite stock or a set of favorite stock. Yeah. Be honest with yourself. I will come back to that later. How actually your proclivity to like certain stock, you can actually put that to the service of other. Let me come back on that. But for you, for folks here who got the 10 baggers and who just everybody, please, what is your discipline? What's going to get you next week into not having a losing week? Ask yourself that. What do I need to do starting today? Because in 6-7 hours time, you will have decision to make going into Monday. Are you going to say, oh, let me trade SPY because I think that the second stimulus bill is going to be passed? SPY is not your friend. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, my friend. Well, go to your trading journal. Put every single trade that you're going to take on SPY. If you're able to get away on SPY, trading SPY because, let's say, maybe you have master strangling. Yeah, you can get by, but by and large, SPY is not your friend. So you can develop consistency on SPY, but just be mindful. Just be careful, because most of the time when you're going to be trading SPY, the reason why you're trading SPY may not be the right reason. So those tendencies, try somehow to get them out of your way. And then we have people who, let's say, they had a great week, but you still have things that you want to improve, right? Those things, that's why we have one-on-one coaching. So bring them for us. And I'm gonna go somewhere here today, this morning. I don't know, different people are in different sets of scenario, right? I think most of you, maybe if you find yourself that, hey, you have certain tendency about how you manage your position, right? Talk to your spouse if you can, because I know some people who cannot talk to the spouse about trading because either, I don't know, it's frowned upon or whatever, but talk to them because they know you, and you can unveil. Don't tell them that, hey, the coach said that or anything. Just share with them that, hey, if this is something that's happening continuously, yeah, it could be your eagerness to get into trades, yeah, it could be the manner in which you take profit. There is an inherent reason why your behavior is like that, and the person who knows you the most, it could be a friend, it could be your spouse, or just talk to them into, oh, I'm thinking this thing. You may unveil what's going on, what's the trigger into doing that, and on a more practical way though. If, let's say, you are getting out of trade too quick, winning trades, yeah? Getting out of trade too quick because that bad trade is fantastic trade. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Trust me. In this case, let's say a trade is giving you profit and then you're exiting it too early. We teach scale exits on here. But let's say you can't even find yourself, yeah? You can find yourself in a scenario where you say, oh, I've scaled out of everything and there were still 2 hours left in the trading day and the gains continued. Well, you can remedy that. You can remedy that. So ask yourself, are you getting enough contract? We've talked about three contracts, but when we're taking three contracts, my friend, you are trading a system that when it works, not when it works, because the statistics shows that, right? Some of you, I'm sharing proprietary data about my system in our one-on-one coaching. Yeah, because I want to make you understand that these stock stats are picked by Telex AI, Successful Trading AI. They're supposed to make big move. Yeah, a big move is going to yield results north of 400%, 500%. So in your scaling, yeah, especially when there's time left, pretty much if you're trading this, you need to be in the mindset, hey, I'm getting gains. I have until Thursday, 12, oh no, 3 p.m. Eastern to make a decision. I need to have contract up to at least that date. I mean, carrying some on Friday, yeah, that's just spots for fun. But if there's time left on Thursday, relax. You have taken your partial profit. There's one extra thing that you can do, right? Because the reason why maybe for us it's how we relate to that money or just certain things. So go ahead and buy the opposite direction. Then you will feel that, hey, if that money starts going away, the opposite direction will preserve some of it. Just do that, because if again, this principle is based on the fact that, right, if I'm trading a position directionally and it's making me 500%, my friend, I can spare a few of those bucks to buy the opposite direction and then feel confident about leaving that one extra contract there. You just need one contract. You just need to leave one contract on there. And trust me, it runs, it's going to give you as much potential as you want. There should never be a situation where you're still saying, oh, I'm getting out of the trade too early. If that's the case, there has to be an inherent reason why. I want you to figure that out. Or let me know. We can figure that out together. Singles and double are great, my friend. Trust me, singles and double are great. But I'm talking, Mr. Wayne, I'm talking about the specific scenario where people, they are consistently saying, hey, on this trade, I exited too early. If the trade calls for a 10 bagger, my friend, trust me, you're not going to be satisfied with 400%. Trust me. And that, but just ask your fellow traders around. 400% is great. It's fantastic. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But I'm seeing the reaction of traders if when that trade goes to a 10 bagger or even more, which happens, it happens a lot here. The first notion is that most of you that you are not used to that. You are not used to trade that can give you 10 bagger week in and week out. So when you stumble upon then on here is like a paradigm shift. All for singles and double. We want consistency. Oh yeah, singles and double week in, week out. Oh, absolutely. But between singles and double, there are plenty of home runs. There are plenty of home runs. So just some food for thought. Okay, so on the topic of people having favorite stocks, yeah, I know we all have a penchant for certain stock. Well, let's do this. Can we have that, folks? When you have your favorite stock or whatever, uh, help your fellow traders by actually not letting them know what you're trading. We don't care about that. But let them know, since you spend time, right? You're watching that stock. Let them know when that stock is moving, not just when that stock is moving up. Yeah, yeah. We I don't know. Maybe my stats are not, but I'm yet to see that many people or any sharing a screenshot of a stock that's trending down. I'm gonna use an example. Twilio was down yesterday, and for me, I'm at fault on this one at first. So trust me. For me, I'm trying to find a way to help the traders on here get every single opportunity that presents itself. Twilio finished the day down more than 6% yesterday. I traded Twilio the day before because I shared that on the weekly, right? Under that front, I pasted its chart when it was going up, and then it reversed it. And then after that, as I said on there, I took my 50% loss on that. I was like, okay, that's it. And then obviously yesterday, I guess I was busy with in the euphoria of the 10 bagger or what. So This is what Twilio did, but nobody ever mentioned that Twilio was going down yesterday. My mistake here, and I will tell you guys because I have to own up to it. I didn't put Twilio in my watch list when I was trading it on Wednesday, because if it was on my watch list, the so-called watch list, right, the big watch list as it was pointed out, the moment it started moving, I would have seen it. This 6-point move. It gave about 600% gains. Go watch. I mean, you could have used the 260 or whatever. And this morning, yeah, it's down 4%. But imagine the continuation of this. This is a 10 bagger. Is there anybody who likes trading Twilio? You cannot like trading a stock only when it's going up. I'm sorry. I don't care what you think. I mean, can you make money out of it? Yeah, you will make money out of it, but you will make more money out of it if actually trading. That's activity of balancing. So if you like Twilio, it cannot only be for calls. I mean, you can, that's your strategy, but a better strategy it's actually to like Twilio in both directions. So can we have, let's say, I mean, we are growing in a group, and that's what's really going to bring value to the group, right? To just say, okay, we are part of a group. So I'm not going to designate people or anything. No, that's not my role or my place, yeah? Each one of you have stocks that you like. Make it a point to say, hey, for me, my contribution to this group is going to be like, hey, the stock that I like, because I'm scrutinizing it a lot, I'm analyzing the chart of it or anything, and that stock cannot be SPY. I'm sorry. Let's leave the ETF alone, yeah? That stock cannot be SPY. We're talking about stock. And let me even go further, yeah? That stock doesn't have to be in Telex watch list, because you guys know the Telex watch list. I'm actually inviting you starting today, because I'm going to be doing that this weekend. I'm going to be adding brand new stocks to the list, yeah? But suggest to me your own stock. If it meets my criteria, I own the system. So I decide if I put it on there. I'm going to be alerting on it when the signal that I'm looking for in that stock presents itself. Again, point of clarification to the traders and everybody out there who is not part of successful trading yet. The system is not working because I picked great stock. No, the AI could care less about those stocks. It's looking for a specific signal instead of a stock. Twilio is such an example, folks. Twilio has only been in our watch list since the month of May. And because one of our first when we created the Discord channel, it was free for everybody. So we were trading with a fellow trader who was still there, who made a 10-bagger on earnings on 2 contracts. He turned $750 into a thousand. Actually, let me show that. Instead of me, we have shown this before, but instead of me talking, let me show you that, because it's in the 10-bagger. I invite people who are new, spend time looking at, let's say, the winner section, not so much to look at money that people made. Yeah, I know that's what's in the mind. Well, oh, I could know. Wonder why, okay, what circumstances may have led to people making those wins. So I'm going to, I may have forgotten his name. What's his name? His handle is here, but I won't see his actual name. It's under the 10-bagger. Was the first 10-bagger, because it was the week. Was it the week that we started on here? So now you see we have a lot more 10-bagger. And suggestion was even made yesterday. No, a joke. We need a room for 20 baggers. Yeah, maybe we need a room for 30 baggers soon too. This was the first week in May. Yeah, we had just created the channel. So M Pro Trader 3. He bought Twilio, two contract pre. This was before earnings, meaning this was an earning gamble. Yeah, earning gamble. They pay. But he told us the story though, why he got it. This was a study that he has been conducting inside of Flow Algo for how long? That always, now don't tell me Telex. Does that mean that I go to Flow Algo? There are plenty of gamblers on Flow Algo for earnings. Yeah, they will take mostly calls because there's this understanding that, hey, stock have to go up. I don't know why by default. So he turned $750 or so into $9,000. That's what triggered me to put Twilio on the watch list. The day after, some of us, we traded Twilio for about 300% gain. But he had made his 10-bagger before. by trading it before the earnings. For us, we waited and we made 300%. Oh, we could have made even more than that because we were in that scenario that this stock was just going up, 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 up. If you look at the chart of Twilio, it was the earning of May. I'm gonna switch my screen and maybe show you that. So yeah, stock that are moving like that, you want to be a specialist of that stock, please help us out. Let us know when that stock is tracking. Set alert for yourself, and then when those alerts are met, tell us that, hey, Twilio is doing this. So this is a chart of Twilio. Let's go to the daily here. I'm just using Twilio as an example. We don't need 50 specialists of Twilio. Yeah, there are over 7,000 stock in the on the New York Stock Exchange. Over 4,000 of them are optionable. So pick whatever that you want. You let me know. I will put it on the watch list, and you will be the specialist of that stock or set of stocks. You can specialize in a sector. Yeah. If you say, hey, you want to specialize in banks, fine, fantastic. So you're gonna be our bank guy, our bank person. Where was the earning of Twilio? Yeah, this was where Twilio made the jump from 120 to after earning to 152. So this ran up for 4 days. Yeah. And that trader, M-Pro trader, could have made more because he had them expiring the following week. He didn't have them like the same week. Imagine what it would have been. His gain would have been double of that. So for us, yeah, you saw his 10 bagger was on May the 9th. So the earning here was on May the 7th. And for us, immediately after we traded that, we say, oh, this stock is worth putting in the watch list. And my friend, in the watch list, that much. It's a stock that moves. It's a good stock to trade, though it can be a little bit delicate. But yesterday for me, wow. Well, after the market, because I do a review, which is for myself, I invite you to do the same. Do a review, a daily review of what goes, what you could have improved, what you missed, or anything. Yeah, we were all focused on Facebook. This is what you do. The 6%, the same 6% that Facebook went up by. So 6.49% on this guy on Facebook gain. This guy was minus 6.4%. I'll rest my case. Okay, folks, I think that's those are the things that I want you to focus on. It's currently 9:10 Eastern in Toronto and New York, 6:10 Pacific time in San Francisco and in Vancouver. It is 9:10 p.m. in the evening, already the beginning of the weekend in Singapore. Welcome. You are listening to a live broadcast from Southern California of pre-market analysis on August 7, 2020. We have 18 viewers. Let's see the next section that we're going to go. Let's just dive in. Let me switch screens on here. Yeah. How am I doing on that, Mr. B? My first week. How many times did I stumble? So let's go in here and take a look and let's see. Hey, is there any stock worth our attention this morning on this Friday? You guys are seeing the correct screen. I need to get there. It's always a constant battle for me juggling with my screens here. All right, so I am on the right screen, the same screen as you guys. And I'm even making it bigger. Fantastic. So let's go to the broader market. Okay. Okay. So for whatever reason, again, headlines are read not. So all I'm looking at is what's the overall trend. SPY down a point. Okay, fantastic. I think at some point it rallied almost into green, but then while we were here, while we were speaking, because that screen was in the background there. So now minus 0.37%. All right, let's go to the broader watch list. In the broader watch list, we don't have that many stocks that are green, at least according to this, right? Really, most of them are hovering between red and green there. So let's see which ones. Okay, let's reverse this. So yeah, here's Twilio this morning. People are gonna be waking up. Those who took the trade yesterday are gonna be waking up to 10 baggers because on a Friday, Twilio is losing 12 points in pre-market. Just imagine. Okay, so folks, here, yeah, you know of a technique right now. If you want to, this is a gap scenario. Yeah, this gap scenario, Trilo, I don't know if they're going to take it sideways the entire day, but chances are either this continues, and trust me, if you think that minus 4% is, or almost 5%, let's call it what it is, on a Friday, on a $260 stock, it's a big deal. Imagine if it's give another 5% in that direction. You can take advantage of that using the gangster technique, or just watching it and trading it the normal way when it gives you the direction. You can do that on any one of these stocks that have gapped up. I think I furtively saw a question by one of the traders on the Baba is what? Baba or whatever stock, you can trade it using the same principle that we use if you believe in that without making a prejudgment. If you want to make a prejudgment, you make a prejudgment in both directions, yeah? And that's the Ganser trade, meaning that in this gap on here, you recognize that, Baba is down 3%. What's the probability that it's going to continue further or down? You don't know. So in this case, I'm buying my cheap calls and I'm buying my cheap puts, and I have 6 hours for that trade to resolve itself. Chances are, and this, you don't have to put that much money in. So this is how you engineer 10 baggers, folks. But you engineer that most of you have been looking at this pre-market for I don't know, an hour or whatever. That decision has to be made by now, meaning your order should already be in. No question asked how you are going to attack these opportunities. There are quite a few of them that are gapping down on here. We want some of them to gap down even further, like our BHC. So one of my friends said that his prayers were answered. So fantastic. So let's see how much more BHC can give us. BHC is a trade that we took yesterday, again, because of a gap up. In this case, it was up like 10% or whatever. So we took the 24 call and the 22 puts. The 24 calls and the 20 puts, rather, because the stock was at 22. It was even much higher in early pre-market yesterday. And then during the day, it took its time. It wasn't moving much. We had some comments in the room. So to what some guys say that, hey, would you like it to open in the morning tomorrow? So this morning, it's opening in the morning. So let's see. It has 6 hours. So my target price on here, those contract, those 60 cents contract, let's go take a look at them here if it can help somebody. So the 20s puts on BHC, they were worth, I mean, this spread is always ridiculous, right? So if we take the middle of it, 25 cents. So this morning on here, they are telling us, Delta, that if this thing moved by $1, then this contract can appreciate by 72 cents, meaning that this contract would be worth $1 when the stock is at 19. What's the probability that Bush going to be at 19? That was the original price. So I will think it's decent, but in any case, you're opening in the money, you are in no rush, especially during the first 5-15 minutes, it could really, really go down. So be ready. For me, on this year, the reason I came here, I'm going to be taking my profit. I have a lot of them. As I shared yesterday, I added. Yeah, because when the trend establishes itself, my friend, I'm aggressive. Not that I'm aggressive. I'm recognizing a trend. When you are in a trade, that's why I ask everybody, please critique your 10-bagger yesterday. What did you do yesterday when Facebook was going up, 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 and up? Were you just happy dancing and doing this? Yeah? Oh, I got my first 10-bagger. Fantastic. Yeah, a win is a win, but guess what, guys? At some point, a win is a win. Yeah, it's a good thing. Again, for most of you, this is new. I guarantee you that. But at some point, you're gonna really, I will force you to take a step back to say, okay, what am I getting out of this system? If the system is giving this much, what am I getting out of it? Yeah, I will drive you nuts with that. So, for me, I wanted to share here that my intent is to start taking partial profit at 50 cents per contract. And I'm not sure if it will get there at the open. They could be worth 40 or just shy of 40, depending on how they react on the first thing. But I will definitely be looking onto that. When it drove below 1950, I will ease up. I will ease up into saying, okay, I really want it to hit 19. In that case, if I can sell some of these last contract at $1, I'm gonna be like, all right, that's my Friday. But that's how I approach each one of the trade. Not just happy to say, oh, any money is money is an investment. Yeah, for God's sake. I mean, if it's just like when you work somewhere, right? If let's say you are doing a certain type of work and they're paying you X amount, if let's say for the same work that somebody else tell you that they can pay you 2 times X, why would you stay for that job for the